apps. And so the other huge thing with the online software is, of course, we can add different types of applications. Now, the QuickBooks Online is its own accounting software. It has everything you need for general bookkeeping. It already has access to the bank feeds connecting to the bank. That's great. But sometimes you might have more specialized kind of apps that you want to add to it for different types of functionality. And because QuickBooks is cloud-based, there's going to be a lot more people that might want to be generating these types of apps. Now, you've got to be very careful on what kind of apps that you're going to be adding to your QuickBooks system, but the capacity to do that is much higher, of course, with the QuickBooks Online. You're going to have more availability of possibly particular or different apps that you might find useful than in a desktop version of the software typically. That's why the desktop, oftentimes, when you get into more advanced needs, like the enterprise or advanced inventory needs, you want to have customization within the software. So in other words, when you're customizing the software, one way you can do that is have third-party people creating apps that can then be integrated with your QuickBooks, which is easier with an online or cloud-based system. The other way is that you're working with a company that customizes your actual version of the software. And that might be easier to do even on a desktop type of version, because you're not looking for a third party to specialize your system, but the actual company to specialize your system, which would be the higher end way to go, the more expensive but more secure way to go oftentimes. All right, so that's just a quick recap of the differences between the two, remembering that here we're on the online version is what we're going to focus in on, and we'll talk more about that shortly.